Hey guys, Terran here back with another Ravenswatch video. This is part 2 in a game mechanics series that I'm doing, and with Ravenswatch coming out very soon, I thought I'd put together a quick video explaining the damage mechanics in Ravenswatch. Ravenswatch does give you a graphic in the game guide breaking down some of the status effects and mechanics, so this will just be a quick breakdown of damage. Damage is based on 5 main factors, and within each of these factors, the damage is going to be additive, but multiplicative between the damage sets. So first we have base damage. Now this is going to be the damage displayed on your skills and talents at level 1. As you gain levels and additional synergistic talents, your damage on the skill will increase, and this is the formula for it. So your damage of your skill will be your base damage multiplied by a level multiplier, and this is 1.1 to the power of your level minus 1. So in the instance where your level is 10, it will be 1.1 to the power of 9, and this is again then multiplied by the sum of any damage multipliers. Now where I've written the sum of your damage multipliers, this will be an additive sum of anything that will be multiplying your damage. So for example, if you have the item Jack of Diamonds or King Clubs, which increase your damage of your special or power by 20%. If you have 5 of them, this will give you a 100% increase to your damage. Second is the DMG stat, which is the damage stat. Now in the game guide, they do explain that 1 point of DMG or damage equals to 1% increase to all your abilities, and this can be your attack, your special, your dash, your power, so it can be across anything. So if you have 300% of damage, then you'll get a 3 times multiplier on your damage. And this is very nice and easy to calculate. The next damage type is crit chance and crit damage. Crit chance has a default base crit chance of 5%, and your default base crit damage is 50% crit damage. If you do a hit which triggers a critical hit, your hit is then multiplied by your crit hit multiplier. So your crit hit multiplier is the sum of your base crit of 50% plus the sum of any earned crit damage, and then you add the sum of your overcapped crit chance as well. And again, this is the formula for that. So 1.5 plus any additional crit damage plus any additional overcapped crit chance, and this means your crit chance is still contributing to your damage even after you cap it at 100%. Next, we have status effects. So status effects such as strength and vulnerable will apply a 25% increased damage multiplier. These stack separately, so you can have both strength and vulnerable on at the same time, meaning that you'll apply an additional 25% multiplier twice, which is a really good boost in damage because it's a compounding effect. Lastly, we have enemy damage reduction and enemy debuffs, which will reduce the amount of damage you deal to enemies. Now, enemies have a stagger bar underneath their health bar, and elite enemies will also have a shield icon to the left of the health bar, reducing the amount of damage that they take. Once you apply enough damage to the stagger bar to cap it, enemies become stunned for a short duration, and when enemies are stunned, they lose all their damage reduction. When they're stunned or not armored, they have 0% damage reduction. If they have 1 shield next to their health bar, they get 50% reduction, and heavy armor, meaning they have 2 shields next to their health bar, they'll get 75% damage reduction. Elites that have 2 shields are going to be very, very tanky and very hard to take down. Finally, the last one, which are like bosses. Bosses at certain points in time may gain a golden shield next to the health bar. The golden shield is 100% damage reduction, meaning they're immune to damage during this state. Maximizing your damage in Ravenswatch will mean combining all these damage mechanics together to try and maximize the amount of damage that you can do to enemies. So increasing your base damage and then having strength or vulnerable as additional sources of damage in your build will be very helpful to increasing your damage output. Those are the damage mechanics in Ravenswatch. If you learned something, drop me a like down below and subscribe to the channel. As always, have an awesome day. Bye for now.